Welcome to This Day. It is Monday and it's June 7th. Now we have a couple of meetings to tell you about today. We have the third board town hall, and that is the town hall that will be discussing the election that is coming up here the end of June, so you may want to stay tuned for that. Then we also have a GRF budget meeting, which is the capital review, and that'll start at 1:30 this afternoon. Now, of course, you can follow along with that one at lagunawoodsvillage.com/meetings. And then, as I mentioned, the third board town hall will follow our morning broadcast of This Day. Okay, on our show today, we have the GRF update with Bunny Carpenter. And she had a lot to go over with us, so we went ahead and let her take our whole show. So you want to stick around to listen to all the very interesting things that she has that's going on right here in Laguna Woods Village. All right, let's go ahead and give you our important information for recreation. We have ActiveNet, and you can go to lagunawoodsvillage.com. You select amenities, then go to recreation, scroll down to the middle, and you click on ActiveNet to either register or there's a video you can click there as well. Or you can call 949-597-4273, and you can talk to them about how to register or how to get into a class. Okay, let's take a look at our local weather. Well, it's going to take a little while to burn off our fog today. We are looking at cooler temperatures today. It was a lovely weekend, but today we are looking at 70, 58, but we will have the PM sunshine. Tomorrow we are going to be sunny, 71, 58. Wednesday, 75, 60s, getting a little warmer. Thursday and Friday looking warmer each day, 75, 58, and then Friday, 77, 62. Our sunrise this morning was at 5:40, and our sunset will be at 8 o'clock p.m. So I think we're going to start reversing here soon, going back, but nonetheless, we're looking at a nice sunset at 8 o'clock. And thank you, Mark, for sending in this very nice photo. And, you know, we can certainly take any photos that you guys would like to send in. Of course, I'm looking for summertime photos. So send in a summertime photo of maybe a trip that you've been on or something around here. Maybe a trip that you've been on with your kids or just you and your spouse or some friends. So send it here to lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. All right, when we return, we will have the GRF update, so stick around.
With 2020 behind us, now is the perfect time to take care of all the things that you might not have been able to. Caliber Collision is just up the street from you, and we offer a lifetime warranty on all body and repair work for as long as you own your vehicle. And we offer free pickup and delivery for all our Laguna Woods customers. On or off the road, safety is very important to us, which is why we are following all COVID-19 guidelines. Caliber Collision, restoring the rhythm of your life.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
City of Hope is speeding cancer research and treatment to Orange County.
Hope allows patients to know that they can get through the process and be okay. Because if you lose hope, then you really are not fighting. And so hope is extremely important in a patient who's diagnosed with cancer.
People with hearing loss only know the way they hear, not how much better they should be hearing. How well are you hearing? Are you understanding 60% or maybe only 30%? You don't know unless someone measures your hearing understanding ability. People are wearing hearing aids that are underfit with power, not programmed properly, the physical fit is too loose or too tight. Find out what your understanding score is with a special word test from Advanced Ear Care. Stop in today and tell them Stuart sent you.
Welcome back. Well, today I am joined by Bunny Carpenter, who is here on behalf of GRF. Well, hi, Bunny. How are you?
Hi, Lisa. How are you today?
Good, good. It's been a little while, but now I know you've got some good updates for us and, kind of all over the map. You've got lots of different stuff.
There's a lot going on, as there always is with GRF.
I know, but you know what? That's good. At least you guys are never bored.
Yes, but the first thing that I just want to give everyone an update on, we just finished our Code of Ethics policy, and then now we are working on the harassment policy, which is now being reviewed by the legal counsel. And it has been one of my goals as a board member to encourage harassment policy by all boards that are fair to both the employees, residents, and the directors. And GRF is the last board to create one.
Oh.
So once this policy is approved by the GRF board, we will meet with the other boards to make sure that these policies do not conflict with each other. So, and this has been taking almost 2 years, and I'm sorry that I was dragging my feet. But it isn't about the law that is confusing to all, but the process of enforcement. And that I am confident that all boards are on the same page at this point in time, which is really great. It's an accomplishment for us.
Well, it's good to have that in place no matter where you are, just because you just never know, something strange could happen. And then you're like, well, what do you do? So I think that's a really good idea to clarify just how it works if you are ever in that situation.
Right.
Yeah. Well, good. Well, thank you for working on that. Even though it's taken a while, at least you're making progress.
Yes, we are.
Now, yes, that's good. It's good. So broadband group, lots has been changing there. We've had new people come in and positions have changed. Well, what are you looking at?
Well, we were looking at a lot at the broadband group. Everyone knows that, within 10 years, we're not going to be looking at the same setup that we have for TV. That will happen in 10 years. So we have to prepare for that. So we've already had a study, which was done by this company called the Broadband Group, which is giving us a roadmap as to what we need to do, within the next few years in order to work into that all streaming industry. So this company that we are about to hire and will be reviewed by the communications committee is this. It's going to give us an overview study and review the village broadband systems. So as I talked about, what are we going to look like in 10 years? How do we move into the future? And there will be more and more streaming that will be cost effective to our residents. Even now, and I don't know if the residents know about it or not, but even now, some of the costs of streaming is a lot less than what our community can offer them. So people are beginning to do some of this streaming.
Right. Do you find the majority of your friends, do they not have cable and they're going with a streaming service with a smart TV?
Most of us have smart TVs now. So we go into Netflix, with Prime Video, that's Amazon. That's one of the two big ones that I see.
Exactly.
I'm not a sports fan, but those are the two that I watch.
Yeah, sometimes the smart TVs come with all these stations now, but most of them are pre-recorded, not so much live. But you could always pay for something separate if you wanted. But it's kind of a pain because you have to go to the main menu and then you have to scroll over and click on this. It's kind of takes you like 5 minutes just to get to where you want to be.
Well, you should have seen me yesterday. The batteries ran out of the remote, in order to do that.
Yeah.
So you put the batteries back in the remote, and I didn't know that I had to pair it again.
Oh,
So if you can imagine what I went through to figure out that I had to pair it again. So,
well, I know we just put the batteries in and think it's going to work right away.
right. Didn't.
No, I hear you. That's always crazy. Now, what is an IT steering advisory committee? What is that?
Well, we just established that. We haven't started meeting yet because what we're doing at this point in time is gathering all kinds of information. Now, Jim Hopkins is the chair for that, okay? Mm-hmm. And this is basically a continuation from the software research group, and which had to become a GRF committee basically because GRF pays for it and is responsible for it. Mm-hmm. So we're gathering all kinds of information. Our equipment is really, really old. Mm. And of course, the malware situation prompted that we really need to make a change.
Yeah.
So by July, we're looking at this committee starting to meet and research systems that we can, to take the place, of what we have right now. Mm-hmm. And I always appreciate Chuck because he does such a wonderful job at this. The one ever losing.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot to know regarding the software for sure. So I think that's a good way to go. Okay. So let's talk about budget reviews. Seems like everybody is having a budget review, and you're looking at capital expenditures for GRF.
Right. Well, GRF usually has the most capital expenditures than the other two boards. Mm-hmm. And so this year, we are taking the time to review every single item and to figure out, whether it's something we need or whether there's another alternative. Okay. So it's really important to get a handle on our expenses, because if we don't, in the next 10 years, it will really hurt our reserves. So I really appreciate what Jim is doing, Jim Hopkins. He's really looking at that 5-year plan and how we can get there, and the steps we have to take to get there. And nobody wants to hear that with all the money that we get, for GRF, that we have to be so careful of how we spend our money.
Well, exactly. Especially if you were looking at improvements. I mean, this is an old environment. You've got a lot of updates you have to do. And the way prices are going, I mean, lumber alone, I couldn't believe how expensive it's been. So, if you have to repair something that's going to require wood, it could be twice the cost. Right.
And we will be looking at, some of those things, because they want to look at this year, especially want to look at Building E. And that's where, I don't know if everybody is aware, that's where landscaping is and security is. Mm-hmm. That building is old. Yeah. And we need to do something. So we're basically looking at a lot of alternatives and to make it more pleasant also for the employees. We right. want them to enjoy working here.
Well, exactly. You don't want to dread coming into an office that's fallen apart.
I know.
That wouldn't be so great. Now, one thing I'm super excited about is that the Equestrian Center is going to be opening soon, which is great news. They've got so many wonderful programs over there.
I am continually being excited about what's happening over there. And this last week, Brian Gunner, Recreation, he said that we will open it up in July. Okay. And I think everybody is aware that the Saddle Club always gives these barbecues every summer. Uh-huh. And so this year, we will be able to have the first day, the Saddle Club will be sponsoring their first barbecue in August. And
Okay.
then we'll have another one in October.
Nice.
September, not October, September.
Right. Okay, so August and September.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
going to be limited to 50 people. So I'm telling them now, I want my ticket.
Well, yeah, everyone's going to want to get in on that. I mean, it's an opportunity to go somewhere and do something.
Right. And it's outdoors, and they have a little band, and they play bingo, and it's a real pleasant outdoor event.
Oh, that's great.
So the other thing that is so great is Sue Hamburger. She's with the Equestrian Center, and she's not an employee. She's I don't even know if she's a boarder, but she's participated in our ad hoc committee, and she's led the program for Help the Herd. And the donations reported to date is $8,255.
That's great.
And so, it would just take too long to talk about all the things that they've done, with that money, but they've done a lot of things. They're cleaning up the stalls,
Right.
So I just want to add one thing. As soon as the Equestrian Center opens, the Saddle Club is sponsoring tours. So you will be able to go on a tour. They will let you see a horse. They will show you what we're doing, what's been going on. And I just think that it'll be very exciting for everybody that enjoys the horse in the stables.
Yeah.
Oh, we got new horses too.
Yeah, you got new horses in the stables, which is awesome. And then you also mentioned that because everything's going so well over there, they just might need to hire more people.
Well, they're making money. With the new manager, they created some new services that the boarders really, really needed, that they were using for volunteers,
Okay.
And the volunteers, have gone, their separate ways. You can't get them as much as you do.
Right.
So anyway, they offered these services, and it has gone so well, that they're saying, we've got to hire another person. And they've added another feeding. They've had, for people to be able to walk around the horses, and just different types of services. But I think the main thing was the third feeding, for each of the horses. I'm sure that our audience doesn't really know what I'm talking about there, but that was a very important addition to those boarders.
Oh, that's good. That's great. Now, in closing, I understand that you guys are hiring a recruitment task force for the boards.
We're establishing a recruitment task force, and this has never been done before. Okay. And I think it's so important that we reach out, we've got 18,000 residents, but we need to find another avenue to be able to reach out to all those people other than our circle of friends.
Yeah.
To be on our board, because I really like the GRF board, and of course I'm going to brag about that. But we have really good business minds and people that really care about our community that are on the boards. And so we do need a variety of people that have backgrounds, like finance is a great background to have. Software, really going to need that because we're looking at this new ERP system, and the directors, and I just really have to state this right now because I don't want there to be any confusion as what a director does. We do oversight. So in order to do effective oversight, it helps to have a background in the field that we are performing for the oversight.
Right. Okay.
So yeah. So I'm gonna be. I've got all my ducks in order. Okay. And so in the next week, I'm gonna be trying to schedule an organization meeting so that we can figure out just how we want to proceed. So thank you.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You know, you never know. And in fact, there might even be ways for you to reach out to some of the new people that are moving in too. Maybe they've recently retired from a position that obviously that you mentioned in finance or software or something like that. So that's a great idea. Well, thank you so much, Bunny. I appreciate you taking the time.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
And you
We'll
have
see you
a
next
great day.
time. You too.
All right. All right. Bye.
And we'll be right back after this.
Introducing Raya's Paradise San Clemente. Boasting a total of 50 luxurious apartments, Raya's Paradise is complete with a multitude of amenities, including a rooftop lounge, restaurant, fitness studio, outdoor courtyards, and beauty salon. Embrace the San Clemente lifestyle with stunning ocean views and the look and feel of a high-end resort. Our doors will be opening soon. Visit us online or call for more information. Raya's Paradise, a tradition of quality care.
Imagine a life. Now imagine this life belongs to someone you care about. Someone you love. Your spouse, your parent, your child, best friend, sister, coworker, or neighbor. Of course, you'd want the best life imaginable for them. A life with caring, meaningful relationships. The chance to succeed in school. Fulfilling, challenging work and a rewarding career. In short, you'd want them to have a long and happy life. Now imagine there was something keeping them from these things. Something that prevented it from happening. Something invisible, powerful, and often overwhelming. The good news is people can and do get better. With treatment and support, up to 90% of people with mental health challenges report a better quality of life. The bad news is most people who need help don't seek help. Why? Stigma. Stigma is the brick wall. Stigma is the fear of being quickly labeled and having people judge and form opinions about you before they actually know you. Stigma can keep a person from seeking help and living the life they deserve. So what's the solution? Honesty. Because honesty is stigma's weak spot. When we speak honestly and openly about mental health, stigma loses its power. Honesty breaks down barriers and removes obstacles, so people may seek help sooner. Families and friends will understand how to help and support. Schools become more accepting and understanding. Businesses place a person's value where value should be placed. And people understand and reach out to others. Because a simple thing like honesty creates a culture where one thing doesn't define someone. It's just one small part of what makes a person, well, a person. Each Mind Matters is California's mental health movement dedicated to creating and fostering open and honest conversations about mental health that break down the barriers of stigma. By increasing awareness of mental health, change happens all around us. Families and friends learn how to help the ones they love. Systems and services adapt so assistance is readily available if needed. Communities recognize the importance of mental health. In fact, 80% of people believe that recovery from mental illness is possible, and more people are willing to socialize, work with, and live in neighborhoods with people with mental health issues than just a year ago. But your support and investment is vital to keep the movement moving, to reduce mental health stigma and enable people we love to live the lives they deserve.
our movie for today is called Roe versus Wade, and that is starring Jon Voight. And that is, of course, the movie about the Supreme Court battle that ends with a very controversial verdict on abortion. So you can check that out today at 2 p.m. with subtitles and 6 p.m. without subtitles, and that is brought to you by Memorial Care Saddleback Medical Center. All right, let me tell you about a couple of things that we have going on. Of course, right after our morning news broadcast this morning, we will have the town hall, which is discussing the third election that will be coming up later in this month. So you want to take a look at that. If you are, of course, part of third, you'll know more information about the ballot and what is on that ballot measure. Then want to let you know that July 4th parade is right around the corner. So if you want to participate, they would like you to please go to ActiveNet. You can register there. It will start at Clubhouse 1 at 9 a.m. and follow Avenida Sevilla and Calle Aragon streets. And you can register your golf cart on ActiveNet, and you must do so by July 1st. So go ahead and get on ActiveNet and sign up for that very fun July 4th parade and try and win a prize maybe. So that sounds good. All right, and then just wanted to remind you that on Wednesdays now, you can do the yoga because he's back. Jerry Block has returned, and he is at the Clubhouse 2 back patio from 12 to 1 every Wednesday. Of course, they'd like you to bring a mat, a towel, or a blanket, and a pillow to class, because at the end, you're probably going to be relaxing. And of course, you could always register on ActiveNet for that as well. All right, let's take a look at our weather one last time. We have still not burned off our heavy fog this morning. In fact, there was even a little drizzle this morning. So it's going to be some time before that burns off, but we are going to end up with a nice sunny skies this afternoon, maybe by 3, 70-58, tomorrow 71-58, Wednesday 75-60, Thursday 75-58, and then a nice warm temperature of 77 on Friday. Have a great day in the village. Of course, we'll see you again tomorrow here at 9 a.m. with Jeff Parker. And then, as I mentioned, immediately following our morning newscast, you can watch the third town hall. Have a great day in the village. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
I'm very concerned that patients with stroke, heart attack, sepsis, or other medical emergencies are delaying care. Let me reassure you, it is safe and critically important that you do not ignore the signs and symptoms such as chest discomfort, shortness of breath, difficulty breathing, or sudden onset of headache. If you think you may be having a medical emergency, don't wait, call 911 or go to your nearest emergency room.
Silver
and gold. Consider it sold.
The Jewelry Box of Lake Forest will buy your gold, diamonds, fine watches, coins, and sterling serviceware, regardless of condition. With metals at an all-time high, now is the time to sell. Visit us in person or shop online from the comfort of home.
Silver and gold. Consider it sold.
At the Jewelry Box, it's about trust.
Tip, toss, take action. Don't give mosquitoes a fighting chance. Don't give mosquitoes a fighting chance.